I've got my shirts from Mary's.
Oh, that's cute.
It's a hot dog fucking a hamburger.
G'day everybody, welcome back to another Boneyard Arcade podcast. As always, I'm Lucky.
I'm Chloe.
And I'm Grim.
Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? We missed you last week.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, Dan's...
No, Dan didn't miss me.
Where were you last week? What'd you do?
I went to see a famous Gingy.
A Gingy?
Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah. Was it good?
It was good. I cried.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
No,
we've been through this. It doesn't seem...
I also would have cried.
If you had gone.
Because I was at the
reckon you would
show.
have.
Yeah.
I reckon you would have had 3 beers and then you would have turned on karaoke, Dan, and then you would have sang...
After 3 beers?
Okay, maybe not 3 beers.
Dan needs at least...
No.
He's got to go through the bar and he's got to be like, give me that bottle, give me this bottle, give me this bottle, and then he's got to lay under all of the taps on full bore for at least an hour.
And that's before I get to the show.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get me there any other way.
Yes. But my point is that you would have loved thinking out loud.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like it on CD as well.
Okay.
Aww. She just wants you to enjoy
She wants me to go to Ed
and
Sheeran.
feel things.
This is why I went with your sister. She appreciates good
she
shit.
does. You guys
She's
can
how
suck
old?
together.
Nat is turning 16 next month.
Every time we talk about your sister, in my head, I think that she's still 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
I've
do I.
been saying that for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how old is your sister? 12? And you're like, 16? I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm usually saying 14 because I'm like, I don't know.
somewhere around like the middle
I'm the
ones.
family birthday
16.
tracker.
You're the everything tracker, though. You're the walking encyclopedia, like IMDb
Yeah.
I try.
about every... Okay, what is Tom Cruise's birthday?
Oh, I haven't checked that one, but I actually think it's January.
See, the fact that you say something like that almost...
she's wrong.
Like, she's
No, I probably am wrong. Wait a minute. Wait.
Google it. I want you to Google Tom Cruise's
okay.
birthday.
No,
In the
you do
meantime-
that. In the meantime, you do that.
I will.
I love
you.
this shit.
look at
I'm good.
this.
I've been good. I haven't been... You fucking do it, man. I want to
Yeah,
know
go
Tom
on.
No,
Cruise's
I know that
birthday.
I'm doing this.
Do it.
What have I been? I haven't done anything. I've been singing Katamari songs. They've been stuck in my head the last couple of weeks.
You told me that you have a new member of the family.
What?
What?
You adopted someone?
Am I pregnant?
What?
What?
She started today.
I have a new
Today?
member of the family?
Today?
What are you talking about?
You have a cleaner.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I was sitting here and I'm like, what have you cunts been doing to me while I was sleeping? Was there a turkey baster involved?
It was like when we did that reincarnation of Get Out. Wait, was it Get Out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Get out or
Sorry.
You're fucking
Don't
wrong.
breathe?
It was July. This is how shit you are.
Shit, wrong J month.
that's
Okay,
all right.
I stand down. Should I evacuate?
That's pretty good though.
Sure.
A new member of the family. Yeah, we have a cleaner. So I live with my mum. We live in a fairly small house. Like it's nothing flash, but we're not messy people. Like
Okay.
I used to be the fucking worst. You'd come home and you'd be like, Gabby, have you seen my jacket? Like, and you'd open up the door and shit would just fall out in like a landslide. Yeah, I'd seen your cupboard.
Yep.
But like, you know, since it's just been me and my mum for a couple of years, it's like, it's fine. Like, it's chill. And then she comes home one day and she's like, oh, by the way, we need to clean the house. And I'm like, the house is clean. And she's like, no, cleaner. And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, we got a cleaner coming over. And I'm like, wait.
You're cleaning the house because the cleaner's coming.
I sent her that message.
You got to impress the cleaner.
And it fucked me up. And this was like 2 weeks ago. And she was like, oh, we'll have a cleaner. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the cleaner came for the first time today. And you know what I did last night? Before I went to bed, I cleaned the fucking house so the cleaner wouldn't think that we live in an unclean house.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time.
And it did my head in, and she's really nice, and her name is Jenny, and like she was cleaning around me today, and I was messaging like Dan and Josh all day. I was just like, she's still here. She's cleaning my bathroom, and it's scaring me because, like, you know, you
shit in there.
I know. I poo. I go there and I poo. I lactose intolerant poo into like, and she's in there, and I'm like, I feel
She wearing
bad.
gloves?
I hope so. I hope she was in a hazmat suit.
Did she clean the kitchen first, or did she clean the kitchen after?
She cleaned the bathroom first.
Oh
No, but she did a really, really good job, and there was like, it smelled like asbestos or like
but-
cleaning bleach and stuff.
I was going to say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bleachy was the smell?
It actually wasn't too bad. It smells worse when I do my hair, to be honest. So,
So she cleaned the bathroom,
yeah.
and then she went and cleaned the kitchen.
Then she vacuumed. Then she cleaned the kitchen.
You have salmonella. Anyway, the other thing we spoke about was that your mum has decided that you guys need a cleaner.
Yeah.
But you're still lacking one thing in that house.
I have an actual human cleaner that comes to my house and cleans my house and gets paid money per fortnight, but I don't have internet. Like, I don't have home internet. I don't have a home phone, but I have a cleaner that comes to my house and cleans my not unclean house.
That you cleaned before
that
she
I
got
cleaned.
there. Okay.
So I've been, so that, that's my life right now. It's going good.
Yeah.
Jenny hugged me, the cleaner lady.
Yeah.
We hugged when she left. I was like, I went to shake her hand. I'm like, I have a cleaner that I hug, and I don't have internet.
And you clean the house for her.
Yeah.
Maybe you should continue hugging her. Maybe the more you hug her, the more likely she might be able to pay for your internet. Maybe you can work it out in that strange circle of life that's going on in your
Fucked up. Fuck you guys.
I the main reason I brought it up was I've been asking you to come and play Sea of Thieves. I've been asking you to come and play Fortnite, PUBG when it was popular, which it's not anymore.
Dan, I'm busy. I'm cleaning my house for my cleaner.
You're
That's
cleaning
coming
your
to
house
clean
for
my
your
house. Yeah,
but it's
pretty
cool,
much.
and you can be happy because Fortnite and PUBG are both on mobile now.
Oh, is that a good thing?
Well, I mean, it means
How does
you
the
can
fuck
play
does
it.
that work? It's a first-person shooter.
Yeah, I mean, they've got third-person elements to them, so that's cool.
But do you have to
Fortnite
do
is
it like
third-person.
these ones?
Yeah. And so, like, instead of like having to go and press all these buttons to pick shit up off the floor,
Yeah.
you just run over the top of it, and your character picks it up now. So it's like very accessible to
it's
mobile
easy.
players. Yes.
Yeah, I can play that on my mobile.
It's
Yes.
totally good for noobs like you and I.
Yeah.
Noobs, I'm a fucking great first
And
one.
they're free.
No.
Player.
Yes.
And they're free.
you are.
And they're free.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yes.
maybe I'll do this.
So you
Thank
should try
Dan.
that now.
Who's sponsoring you now? What?
No, I don't fucking know. I'm just saying they're there.
We
And
sponsored
you've got, they're accessible to you now.
Last week on the podcast, you put up a picture and a link to the podcast, and you were just like, "Thanks KFC," and I was just like, "We fucking sponsored by KFC now."
We were eating that shit. I want them to
chicken would have
fucking
been
see it.
handy.
Yeah. They need to see the shit we're eating.
That's true.
Plus, they're like totally dank. Is that a word still? I don't think a dank is a word.
Do you remember when you were
KFC
dank
is still
milk?
totally down with the millennials. So like,
Down with the you
Yeah.
know who are down with it? Arby's in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
got fucking meme game up
Denny's.
the wazoo. Denny's?
yeah,
It's Denny's?
Denny's meme game is fucking.
I thought it was
strange.
Arby's.
Check it out. Check Denny's meme game out. That's fucking.
I don't follow
Still
them.
going
They're
over
very good.
Popeyes. I love that shit.
You
Very
fucking
good.
lot. Chloe and I were walking through the parking lot where we were in Austin, and she was like, "I'm gonna get Popeyes," and she was nearly fucking crying. And she was like Snapchatting everything, and I'm like, "It's Popeyes."
I think I turned on my best little Nicky voice and was just talking to Gabby the whole way. From
Yeah,
fucking Ash.
we went there for a snack because I was like, get a piece of chicken. You've been wanting to try Popeyes the whole time we've been here. Get a piece of chicken. Chloe gets fucking 8.
She comes back and she's got the biggest fucking box of chicken
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
8 pieces
I
of
was very
chicken,
happy.
6 biscuits, a whole bunch of sauce, some
Sauce.
gravy,
Sauce.
An
Coke,
excellent customer
like
service.
this big.
Yep.
Fuck
It's
me.
America.
Yeah, but yes, accessible on the
Good.
phone. Get some internet.
I will.
Play some Sea of Thieves with me.
I
I've been
chicken.
playing that Sea of Thieves. It's not bad.
You told me you watched the sunset for like 15 minutes.
I did. I'm
Just
gonna-
sitting there with a shanty playing in the background.
I said I was gonna like. I mentioned it to you before.
Yeah.
I think I will actually do it. I'm gonna just make a let's watch the sunset in Sea of Thieves video, and I'm gonna play. I don't know what there's 2 instruments. One's an accordion.
Uh-huh.
The other is, I don't know.
Describe it.
It looks like a guitar head,
Uh-huh.
but there's no body to it, and it's got a little crank, right? And you just play it,
Whoa.
and then the dude uses his fingers. It's like a guitar, but it's not. I don't know. Harpsichord? Could be wrong.
I was actually thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I
but
don't know. Maybe I don't know. But it's cool. It sounds mad, and it's.
I'm
yeah.
Googling.
So, and I literally, I shit you not, I hopped on my pirate ship. I saw the sun setting, or it was in a really nice spot, so I stopped.
Yeah.
I dropped the anchor. I climbed the fucking crow's nest, hawk's nest, bird's nest. I don't know, one of those 3.
Cockpit.
Climbed to the top, started playing this
Yeah.
music, and I stood there and watched. And another ship pulled up, and the dude in the ship literally just stood there.
That's a
And-
harpsichord.
Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Josh, put a harpsichord here.
Yeah, that's
And
not it.
That's what this guy, Dan, was playing a handheld harpsichord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he literally stopped, and instead of shooting me with his cannons, he watched the sunset with me.
That's so cute.
It was, like, really cute. And then I was
you
like-
shared a moment.
Yeah, unintentionally.
Huh. I like
So
it.
yeah, so I'm gonna try that video out, see how that goes.
And then Ed Sheeran played in the background.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be heaps cute. Hey, just something I wanted to talk about because I thought it was really interesting because
Should do
I've been
that.
like, I wanted to know. I put up a thing and I was like, hey, if I were a D&D character, what class would I be? And then I was like, you know what would be even more interesting if I put up a picture of the whole group and then asked what our D&D party would be like.
I've noticed an interest in D&D lately in you. Is it just for the sake of finding which character you'd be, or are you actually interested in playing this game?
I think I'd like to do a campaign one day. Like, I think I'd like to sit down and learn and go through it. But I think I'm more, I like to think of, like, because I started thinking about Borderlands because last week we were talking about maybe doing a Borderlands, like, playthrough all together. And then I was thinking about, like, the kind of characters that we tend to pick and, like, gravitate towards. And I was just like, I wonder, like, you know, if people would look at me and see a particular character in me, kind of thing. And so that's why I put it out on the internet. I was like, what kind of thing would be?
What was the consensus?
People said that you would be a sorceress or a mage or something magical. People picked Dan to be either a rogue or I think there was somebody called you a bard at one point, maybe. People kind of looked at Josh and they were like, hey, he'd be a ranger or, you know, something that doesn't require any, like, you know,
is there like
effort.
Not a debater?
A debater?
Negotiator?
I think that comes with the alignments. It's like
professional arguer.
Professional arguer. Is that a lawyer?
Along the lines of that, like,
isn't that a lawyer?
No, we like Josh. We don't like lawyers.
I think that comes with alignment. So, like, what kind of characteristics you'd have.
I
So Maddie, our mate Maddie, picked us. Chloe would be a cleric. Dan, you'd be a barbarian. I'd be a rogue, and Josh would be a bard.
Okay.
But then, actually, Chloe got picked for cleric twice.
Ooh.
Dan got picked for. Somebody picked you as a rogue and then me as a barbarian instead of me as a barbarian and then somebody picked Josh as a ranger. So I was like, I don't know, I was just like interested in it.
Sounds like two responsible characters looking after two characters who just don't.
But that made me think of
in the right way.
Borderlands and how we would play in Borderlands is that everybody else is a responsible character and I'm the not responsible character. Because you play as Maya because Siren, you play as Axton, engineer. And then Josh would play as Zero because he's all fucking 360 no-scope.
Well, yeah.
I play as fucking Krieg.
Yeah. I'm not like...
on my meat bicycle.
I've never been the engineer... Like, I mean, I love building shit and I like working out how things work. But, like, when it's come to the engineer side of things, I look at it and I'm like, are those numbers? No, don't worry about it. I'm just going to keep guessing until I get it right.
Yeah. You're just like, I'll make it up as I go along. I've seen that. I know that.
Axton is, like, one of my favorite dudes in Borderlands 2.
He's really chill. I like it.
He's just that character where I can just dump a turret and then fuck off somewhere else.
It's like, I got things to do. I'm busy. It's like you want to multitask. It's like, all right, you take care of that and I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah. I'm going to dump the turret. I'm going to stand over there in the corner and shoot you from behind for a bit until my turret recharges. And then I'm going to dump the turret. I'm going to run over there and shoot you from behind for a little while until you die.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah,
I do.
It's like normally I like being the characters that can just be in the distance, just because I know that if I'm in the mix of things, I'm the first person to die.
I don't mean that in like I don't mean to like.
But I feel like that's my smart strategy. Like you do things from a distance, and you chime in whenever you need to.
You play to your strengths and stuff like that. Same with Josh. He if he gets into a fight up close, you know, it's limbs everywhere, and you know he trips over his feet and stuff. He's lanky boy, so he's deep in thought over there. But I think it's because he has maybe something to say about Ready Player One, which is something that we went and saw.
Yes.
So I'm going to shove off.
We were going to talk about those.
Yeah.
So we're
going to talk about some movies that we saw. I'm going to shove off. I'm going to come back and whinge about Pacific Rim in a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
All right, hard cut. Okay, so I didn't swap out. Dan was like, I really need to eat some beans. So he's eating beans. So I'm going to stay. And
we didn't want him chewing into the mic.
Yeah, he's eating edamame and he's loud. Yeah, I can hear you.
Well,
if you focus real quietly, like you'll hear edamame chewing as opposed to crickets.
Ew, that one was squelchy. That was so gross. So we've brought Josh on to talk about Ready Player One, and we're going to also talk about Pacific Rim Uprising. Because we saw both when... hang on, let me try and do times. This comes out on Monday.
Yes.
We saw it the day after the last podcast came out.
That was Thursday last week now. Wait, no, it's Thursday. Wait, it was Wednesday.
Last night?
Wait,
we saw it a few days ago.
We saw it a couple of days. We saw it last week.
Yeah.
Last week we were at the movies and we saw Ready Player One and Pacific Rim Uprising. Let's talk about Ready Player One.
Ready Player One?
Ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
Player One. Ready?
Am I player one?
Player one.
Who's player one?
You're definitely not player one.
Whoa. I'll be ready.
That's rude.
Do you want to be player? You can be player. And you can be one because you're lonely. One is the loneliest number. Josh, did you like Ready Player One?
I did. I thought it was... I didn't really watch a whole lot of the trailers or really know what I was getting into. I actually saw like one trailer for it at another film that we were at ages and ages ago, and I went, oh, that looks really cool. I would love to see that. It finally came back up and I went in blind and really loved it. It was like kind of the start of it made me think of what was it called?
Wreck-It Ralph?
No. What was the one?
It's just
something or other. 2049.
Blade Runner?
That's the one.
Wow, something or other. You remember the 2049 part, but you don't remember the two words Blade Runner. It's like, here's this obscure number.
I knew it was a B and I was getting tangled. I was getting tangled.
11 letters.
Tripping over.
How you doing now? You feeling better?
In that first initial shot, it was almost like in the same universe because of all the like stacked up stuff and like decrepit world. Like it looked like that, and I thought this is like an alternate reality of that. We've seen the scary side. What are we gonna get now?
I'm just gonna point out we're gonna try and make it spoiler free, but you know, tread carefully. Obviously, if we say something, somebody might think it's a spoiler.
Maybe we'll edit it out or do something.
I don't know. Maybe we'll just like bleep it out
avoid
here.
it, but
like Dobby dies.
Well,
Sorry, that still hurts, man.
It doesn't hurt me at all.
just dub Dobby dies over whatever's said.
Yeah. Chloe, what did you think of the movie?
Well, like I always had great anticipations for it because like, one, Steven Spielberg directed movie, and two, it had like everything in terms of nostalgia, video game, color, pop culture, just all that merged into one movie. And so I was going in it to think it was going to be really good, and I came out like thinking it was just really, really great.
Aww.
It made me really, really happy.
I was looking over at times, and you were like frantically whispering at Dan. I think I remember you were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, and if I wasn't doing that, I was just like.
You're sitting there bouncing in your chair.
I was a giddy little kid, and not so much that there were so many things that were nostalgically great to me. I think that's why I whispered to Dan so much, but just everything about the concept, everything about the way it was directed, and just I was so into it.
Yeah.
And what was even like what shocked me, and I think I didn't realize until I walked into a Dimmicks the other day, I didn't realize it was based on a book.
Yeah, I didn't either. I
had no idea it was based on a book. I just thought it was a great concept, and now I'm really, really keen to read that too. I'm sorry for anybody who found that offensive, by the way.
No.
I actually really like the way they handled all their pop culture references because, you know, in the trailer, you know, you get the little close-up of Tracer and you get a few other ones.
Yeah.
And it's all those little hints, and it doesn't really go much further than that. Like, they don't lean on that as a massive part of the story or any of that sort of like just playing to it because it's cool at the moment. Like, they're not like, oh, here's a character that you already know. It's all like, this sort of subtle stuff that's just happening in the background, and you just, it's just there for people like, you know, you and I saw the Halo thing and we're like, oh, that's so cool. There are some really cool cameos in there we won't spoil for anybody. But I mean, that was in the trailer. No spoiler. Yeah, exactly. But I had a hard on for certain parts of it. Yeah. I liked it, and that's my review done. Okay, on the podcast. Really liked it. The screening that we went to had a Q&A session with Spielberg and what's his name at the end? Ty Dillinger. I swear someone in that called him Tom. Not Ty. Oh, crap, I've done it again. I'm so off today. No, you are. You're not doing well. I'm really bad. You couldn't remember Tom Cruise's fucking birthday. I know. And then after that, I couldn't even remember the horror movie. I'm done. Did anybody else think someone called the guy Tom when they were asking the question? Tom? I swear, one of the people, like the second person to ask the question, called him Tom. They were like, Stephen, and they sort of like hesitated, and you could tell they were trying to remember the name, and they're like, Tom? I swear they said Tom. Ty Sheridan. Ty Sheridan. Okay. We had a Q&A session that was beamed over from London after their premiere with Steven Spielberg and Ty. And I remember like people getting up and asking all these cool questions, and then one of these people from Melbourne got up and he legit asked Steven Spielberg point blank, he's like, hey, why is everyone so horny for the 80s? And that was probably the best question I've ever heard in my life. It was so good. He was like, initially he posed the question, it was like, hey, what do you think, why do you think everybody's so nostalgic for the 80s? And Spielberg was like, oh, I didn't really hear that. And he's like, why is everyone horny for the 80s? And I was just like, fuck yeah, but it's so true. Sense. Everybody totally is horny for the 80s. I look at Dan and I'm like, that is the epitome. That is walking like. Can you not see the wall behind us? I know. Like, what is this shit? This is all 80s. It's good. So 90s. we dug Ready Player One. We enjoyed that. Josh is frantically phoning. I gotta make notes. Oh, he's making notes. There's an editing note about what, like 15, 20 seconds ago, something happened on the screen. Nice. Oh, okay. That was good. I liked that. Yeah, I know. Nice touch. Yeah, it was just here. But other movie. Oh yeah, what was it? It was Pacific Rim Uprising. Yeah. Gab. Yeah, sure was. Everybody fucking knows that I'm resident Pacific Rim. Do you have a boner for Pacific Rim? Pacific Rim, first one, yeah. Pacific Rim Uprising, no. So give us your thoughts, give us your insight, give us... Are you flaccid? What are we talking? I wasn't like... Give us your review. So on a rating of, you know, like... innie to like fully erect, I was innie to tripod. Innie to try. That'll be our rating system. I'm drawing dicks for this now. Cute ones with little happy faces on them and sad faces when it's bad, like the flaccid dick. Can the pubic hairs be smiley faces? Do you really want them to be? Because I could probably make that happen. You could actually make the pubic hair all of our names, just subtly written. Whoop,
They'll be
doing that thing
braided.
again.
Josh loves to before we record be like, now remember, don't tap your foot against the table. And he's sitting there just fucking mashing his microphone like, whatever.
Yeah.
What I say doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, I'll be the one who has to fix
touch
it.
Gabby through the table, and that like you would normally.
Hey, are you
disagree with
stopping
that.
Chloe from like fucking fondling me under this table?
No, I'm more than happy to let her fondle you.
My foot's even getting edgy right now.
Oh,
'cause I
your
haven't been
legs are really smooth.
Fondle,
Yeah,
fondle.
you
Working on it.
moisturizing?
Only
I like it.
Only the
I
bottom
have
half.
actually. Thank you for
Really
noticing.
good. Anyway,
Just
Pacific
right,
Rim
Scott.
Uprising. Jesus
Yes.
Christ, everybody stay on track.
Go.
It was it lacked heart. This is as critical as you're ever going to see me be of a movie.
Am I going to hold your hand? Okay.
I didn't kill myself through the screening, which was good.
No, I'm very proud of you.
I can't
doing
hold
that.
hands. It's making me emotional.
Okay.
Look, it didn't suck as nearly as hard as I thought it was going to. Like,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
had very, very, very low hopes for it, and I walked out and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't the same as the first one, like the way that it was directed and the way that it made me feel. And the robots, the Jaegers don't feel heavy. They feel like a Michael Bay movie, but I like kind of got Chloe faux pas, Buzzy McBuzzface.
I'm sorry.
I
Rose
kind of,
case.
I was like, yeah, I get what they did with the story, but it was too much of a, here's a John Boyega movie. I was
Yeah.
just like, eh.
And I'll agree with you there. Like, I don't like Pacific Rim nowhere near to the capacity that you do. Like, I'm not saying
That
I
would be
dislike
impossible.
it. Yes, no, exactly. It's like saying Gabby liking Harry Potter compared to me. But,
Right.
Yeah, but I completely understand where you're coming from. I think like it was literally a story to be there focused on one person who was, in my opinion, trying to be a different kind of character compared to what he's stigmatized to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured there was just a lot of focus on that, and it didn't really.
I don't know. It didn't make you feel anything.
No.
I was like,
I went and sat and watched a movie, and that was it. That was my experience.
And there was like action, and there
Yeah.
was a story,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
like it
I found it very paint by numbers. It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily predictable, but it was like just tick that box. You know, you
Yeah.
could see lots of stuff that was just kind of just there for the sake of it. There were a couple of like meme references.
Yeah.
That I feel like that was kind of maybe not risky because it was like, you know, everyone's going to get it still.
I
It's not gonna be
appreciated the
popular,
humor.
but
Like,
yeah,
there was some
Yeah.
pretty
there were-
decent humor in it,
there
but,
was a bit, yeah,
but like I was like,
bit of good banter.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
No, it
yeah,
wasn't
there were some
complete
bits I didn't
waste of
like.
2 hours. I would
yeah,
say.
I agree.
I wouldn't say don't watch it. Like it's
yeah.
probably I think I'd give it a better rating than Tomb Raider.
Really,
I think I maybe that's I don't know.
you know what? Almost there with you.
I think
I'm on par.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
it was
like,
equal or
I
maybe a
did not
half
like
a point
Tomb
better.
Raider though. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know.
Like,
They
but
were
I
both-
didn't not like this either.
Yeah,
It was weird.
They were both sitting sort of in average, but Pacific Rim was average because of its flaws, not because it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Like there was a decent enough story.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, I just, you know, it feels kind of bland. I don't really remember start to finish a whole lot of what happened.
Yeah.
So
I just liked
yeah,
what's her
I
face,
think it-
Alicia Vikander.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's all I really
she
took
smashed
from
it,
that.
So
Yeah, the character, but not really much of the story. So in that respect, I think Pacific Rim Uprising was better.
whoa,
Which yeah,
Yeah.
how
You know,
does that make you
that-
feel?
that's an interesting thing to come out with because we went like popped into the bar right before we went to the movie, and even the guy down the road at the pub was like, "Oh, you seen Pacific Rim?" Yeah, nah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, a lot.
oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Is it that bad, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's what I've been hearing."
Look, I as somebody who's like a diehard fan of the first one, who knows like the ins and outs, who has the books and all the crap and stuff,
Yep.
it just it's fine.
Have you ever cried in a Jaeger?
What? If I got in a Jaeger, I'd be fucking crying like a bitch. You'd see me there, and they'd be like, "We can't. Neural handshake is not even a thing because you won't fucking stop sobbing." And I'd be like, "I just want to be drift compatible."
The helmet's fogging up. I don't know why.
It's just me.
Just the flood coming up.
All I can say for it is that the Jaegers didn't feel heavy enough. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody because there are
A little
some,
bit too Transformers-y.
yeah, it felt like a Transformers movie, and that's like there was this one dude who I was having a fucking argument with on the internet, and like I don't usually engage with people, but he was like, "Yeah, I didn't like the first movie because there was too much romance and not enough robot fighting," and I'm like, "Motherfucker, nobody was in a romantic relationship in the first movie, honestly. Like
What
Marco
movie did
and
you
Riley,
watch?
like they weren't a romantic thing, and even if they were, they never fucking kissed. There was never any of that ever. And the fight scenes in the first fucking movie felt so much more like fight scenes, and they were better than the ones in this movie.
Yeah, because we went home, you were like, I need to put Pacific Rim, the original one, on.
Yeah,
you know, like
I need eye bleach.
Kind of like kind of an eye bleach thing, and the first fight, you know, first punch.
You see
just,
Gypsy throw a fucking punch at Knifehead, and you feel every second of it going through the air.
Yeah, and even the way it lifts its arms, you can hear all of the gears grinding away in there, doing their thing, and it's like it's very robotic.
You hear the cogs like click, 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 and then it reaches, and it settles, and then adjusts to torque, and then it fucking brings that shit down.
It's not that sci-fi.
Like, I'm literally tennising between the two of you now, and seeing how much that that first movie really brought on stuff, and here I am just thinking. It's so sad when movies just do that with sequels.
Yeah. But I'm glad they didn't like totally fuck it up.
Yeah, no, it was much, much better than I thought it would be. But I had very low expectations.
That's fair.
No, but it's okay. Like, in terms of watchability, like, go watch it, like, try it out. It might be your cup of tea.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. I know there are people like my mum, for example, will fucking like sploosh for that. She'll be totally all about it. She'll be like, "Oh, and that, you know, Scott Eastwood, whatever his name is really attractive, and John Boyega's really." But
actually, that was my highlight. But like,
he was just like, "Hello, I am a man," and I'm like, "Hi."
No, well, everyone admits he's very, very sexy. Like, you can't deny the man his sexiness.
Josh, a rating from, you know, Innie to Tripod. How attractive is Scott Eastwood?
I'd say
Nurse and a semi.
It's somewhere between. Yeah, it's an on the way up semi.
On the way up, it's not like, okay, good.
It's definitely it's promising. Like there's potential there.
Good, I'm glad.
It's not like, oh no, I had it and now it's just gone.
Okay, we've talked about dicks for too long. I feel like we should maybe wrap this up.
Okay,
but first, I just wanted to quickly do a shout out to somebody who has presented to us some amazing fan art. They said it was Tyson, also known as @Blasian Art Stuff, has created like pixel art, which we will now display on the screen for you.
And we might put some links in the doobly-doo.
Yeah, we'll put some links in the doobly-doo. Tyson went out of his way to make us some really cool shit, and we were just like wrapped with it. And we've forgotten kind of on the last couple of podcasts to actually mention it. There was much going on, but now we've actually taken time out. Thank you. If anybody ever has art of us, oh my god, please send it to us. It's like those it's like those morning cartoon shows. It's like Saturday cartoon shows, and they're just like, send us all your art, and they used to like actually mail it in and shit.
Returned, then like send Saturday a postage paid envelope.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so cute. Send us art.
If you want us to reply to your email, send a postage paid. Send $1 to our email address via PayPal, and we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Email. We're not doing that. Follow us on social media. The links are in the doobly doo. All right, guys. Until next time. Smell you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.